Okay, so yeah.
Yes.
So am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so hello, this is Ipshita Banerjee. I am the assistant professor from the Department of Media Studies, School of Media and Communication, Adamas University. And today we are here for the International Conference on Media and Communication. We are looking forward to new media landscapes in India, dimensions, and the different aspects of it. So, the topic for today's session that we are here to share with you all is social media and activism. So, we have got a number of paper presenters who have shown their zeal and enthusiasm to be a part of this session. As the moderator of the session, I welcome you all. So, as you can see, if I'm not wrong, everyone has joined. So I'm just reading out the names of all the presenters. Can you just affirm if you're here or not? So do I have Suhani, Suman, and Rahul Ahuja here? Can you just raise your hand or unmute yourself and say if you're there? Do I have Kuldeep Singh here?
Yes.
Hello. I can see you. You have perhaps unmuted yourself, but I cannot hear your audio. Can anyone affirm that is there an audio issue? Mr. Kuldeep, I can't hear you.
I'm not finding the audio issue.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for joining.
Okay.
I can.
Okay.
Yes. Next, we have Kumar Mausam and Shivani Patel. Are you there, Soren ma'am? Okay. Next, we have Pranagman S and V Vijay Kumar. Are you there in the session? Okay, next, we have Ms. Doyle Datta. Are you there in the session? Pushpalata and Dr. Jay Kishore Goswami. Are you there in the session? Sana Absar, are you there in the session? Dr. Sana Absar? And Abhirup Sengupta, are you there in the session? Okay, so let us start with the session right away. And I wish the very best to all the paper presenters today. So we will follow a format where every presenter will get a time slot of approximately 10 minutes to present their paper, followed by a question answer session which our session chair and co-session chair are going to conduct. So as the session chair for today's session, we have Dr. Mahendra Kumar Padi, sir, Associate Professor, Department of Mass Communication and Journalism, Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar Central University, Lucknow. He had his master's in economics, followed by MJMC, MPhil and PhD, and he's also a DLIT. And he is also a UGC postdoctoral teacher fellow. So as you can understand, and we already had a discussion with sir a few moments back where he has evaluated all the posters that were made by our students. So he is a great researcher, and I'm quite sure that you are going to have a very interesting session. Followed by our session chair, we have our co-session chair, Dr. Debostuti Dasgupta Madam. Dr. Debostuti Dasgupta Madam is an assistant professor in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, Ashutosh College under the University of Calcutta. She was a PhD scholar, and she has completed her PhD from a very renowned university, that is Visva University, Shantiniketan. And she is also a very promising and prominent researcher from not only the eastern part of the country, but also in India. So as you can see, ma'am is already here with us. So I hope that all of you are going to have a great session. You will get very good insights from ma'am. And let us just start with the sessions. So do I have Suhani, Suman and Rahul Ahuja there? Are you ready with your presentation?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here and I'm ready for the presentation.
Okay, so can you share your screen?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay. So we already have our session chair, sir, here, right, here with us. So sir will be evaluating along with Debostuti Madam. And please start with your presentation then. So the first presentation that we are going to have here is a study on the impact of Facebook as a social networking site among youth. So the authors are Suhani Suman and Rahul Ahuja. So please start your presentation. Are you sharing your screen? Can you see the presentation?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I can. I'm sharing the screen.
Please. So we will keep a time record. So as you can see, there is a paucity of time. So we will try to, like keep it 8 minutes. Ma'am, can we do that? Okay, so we will do it 8 minutes and followed by the question answer session. So your time starts now. Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Suman, and I am a second year student of journalism and mass communication studying in IOT University, Patna. I'm very University for giving me a chance to present my first research. Rahul Ahuja sir. So the topic of my research is a study on the impact of Facebook as a social networking. As we know, social media, particularly Facebook, and integral daily lives, it offers opportunities for communication, digital marketing, promoting opinions in real time. However, there have been concerns about the negative impact of Facebook on user privacy and mental health, especially among the youth. So, in this study, we have aimed to explore the effects of Facebook on academic performance and social comparison among young individuals. So, we have reviewed total of 11 literature and in most studies we have found that excessive space associated with Mahajan and Mahindra 2021 found that excessive Facebook use had a negative impact on college students' social life, and most of the studies reported that excessive Facebook use was with well and increasing depressive symptoms. Another study found that excessive to increase anxiety and stress levels, while Facebook addiction disorder was also considered, which affects the academic performance of students. With these, many studies have also found that Facebook has nothing to do with the academic progress of students.
Ms. Suman, can you hear us?
And
yeah, Ms. Suman, your presentation is not playing, it's fixed. Can you just see, perhaps, like you have done the slideshow mode, but it is not getting played. So can you just see that for once, Ms. Suman? Your PPT is not getting played.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, it was a very good presentation till now. Just we would request you to kindly check the slideshow once and
Good afternoon, everyone. Suhani, may I please request you to switch off your camera, and I'm sharing the PPT on your behalf because of the net issues.
Yes.
Suhani, please switch off your camera. I am sharing PPT on your behalf. Thank you, and apologies for the inconvenience.
No, it's absolutely all right.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Suhani, please continue, beta.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Suhani Suman, and I am second year student of journalism and mass communication studying in Amity University, Patna. And I'm very grateful to the Adamas University for giving me a chance to present my first research paper, which I have made with the help of my co-author, Professor Rahul Ahuja, sir. So the topic of the research is a study on impact of Facebook as a social networking site among youth. So, as we all know, social media, particularly Facebook, has become an integral part of our daily lives. It offers us numerous opportunities for communication, sharing experiences, digital marketing, promotion, advertising, and expressing opinions in real time. However, there have been concerns about the negative impacts of Facebook on user privacy and mental health, especially among the youth. In this study, we have aimed to explore the effects of Facebook on academic performance, sleep cycle, mental health, and social comparison among young individuals. So we will have a look on the literature review. In most of the studies, we have found that excessive Facebook use has been associated with negative effects on various aspects of users' life. For instance, Mahajan and Mahendra 2021 found that excessive Facebook use had a negative impact on college students' social life. Most of the studies reported that excessive Facebook use was associated with a decrease in subjective well-being and an increase in depressive symptoms. With these, many studies have also found that Facebook has nothing to do with the academic progress of students. And also, a study by Bulaki 2019 reported that Facebook was a useful tool for social interaction and so please change the slide. The objectives of my study is to find out the impact of Facebook both in positive and negative way, and to identify several aspects like average screen time, usage frequency, purpose of use, preferred device, language, behavior change, social comparison, impact on academic, sleep cycle, and mental health. Coming to the research methodology, it was a quantitative approach, and the survey questionnaire was distributed to the youth of Patna who were the active Facebook users, and the questions were mostly closed-ended. It was distributed through WhatsApp and social media platforms. Coming to the findings of the study, most of the respondents aged between 15 to 24, and it was very interesting to find that youth mainly use Facebook for watching reels followed by news surfing, while there was less amount of people who use Facebook for chatting purpose or to share photos and videos. It is very notable that majority of the respondents, like 71.8% of the respondents, prefer to use Facebook at night. However, when they have been asked for screen time, majority has answered that they use it for less than 15 minutes, and 24.8% has responded as using it for more than 2 hours. And it was very surprising to know that majority of the respondents have experienced cyberbullying on Facebook, while 13.7% were not sure about cyberbullying, that they have opted for maybe option. They were not sure what they have experienced was cyberbullying or not. But it is a major matter of concern that people experience cyberbullying on Facebook. And another very surprising finding was that 86.3% respondents have agreed that Facebook can disturb mental health. So it is also a matter of concern. Again, if we talk about the digital fraud on Facebook, many have agreed that they have gone through it or they have heard about it.
Okay, so dear participant, your 8 minutes is over. So you will get 1 minute extra to wrap up. So please wrap up your presentation within a minute.
Okay. the findings of the study, I have found that Facebook is primarily used for watching reels, surfing news, and sharing photos and videos. And users spend a varying of time on Facebook each day. 24.8% respondents use it for more than 2 hours also. Most respondents use Facebook at night for leisure, and people wake up till night just to watch reels. And 41% of respondents have experienced Facebook as a cyberbullying, and they believe that Facebook can harm mental health, while 60.7% of respondents believe that Facebook has led to social comparison. 80.3% of respondents believe that Facebook is not safe for sharing personal content. Many respondents also believe that Facebook can develop communication skills, while smartphones were the most preferred device for accessing Facebook in English language. 74.4% of the respondents believe that Facebook can affect academic performance as well as their sleep cycle, and a significant number of users avoid physical activities just due to Facebook addiction.
Thank you. Can you please come to conclusion? Okay, it's so done. Thank you so much. I would now request the session chair and co-session chair to ask questions if you have any. Her name is Suhani.
Miss
Hello.
Miss Suhani,
Yes, sir.
thank you very much. It's a very lucid presentation. I have some observations on your paper. That since it's a research paper, can you please explain the nuances of a research design once again?
Research design, sir, I have preferred a non-probability sample technique, and
Yes.
it was Google form was distributed to the youth of Patna.
You have mentioned that you have adopted quantitative research, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Quantitative methods, huh? What
Yes.
quantitative tools that you have administered in your research work? Can you please explain?
So quantitative approach I have used because it was mainly a Google form that the target population was the youth of Patna, and I have shared it through Google form, and it came in numbers and statistics. That was the quantitative approach I have used for the study.
What is your outcome?
Outcome, I have found various findings where that Facebook addiction disorder is something that affects academic performance of students, while it was also very new to me that Facebook has led to social comparison.
Have you formulated any research questions?
Sorry, sir, please come again.
Have you formulated any research question?
Research question, yes, sir. I have distributed 16 questions to the
research questions for your research paper. I'm talking about some research statement. Do you have any research statement in the form of question before the formulation of objective?
Sorry, sir, I cannot understand.
Okay. See, the thing is that anyway, we are running short of time, so what I should conclude saying that while designing the research paper, you need to have a cohesion. You need to have a cohesion between your research question, research objectives, and your research outcome. Somehow, I feel there is a missing of that sort of cohesion. Anyway, but it's a good paper. The topic selection is very good. Please go for an in-depth analysis so that you can go for so that you can have a very crystal understanding about the nuances of Facebook being used as a social media platform. Got my point?
It was very well explained, sir, and it is much required. And Dr. Debusati Dasgupta, madam, please share your comments or questions that you have.
First of all, Suhani, thank you. It is a nice presentation and congratulations because you mentioned that it is your first research paper presentation. Yes, so congratulations for that because you have got such a big platform for presenting your paper. The sir has mentioned most of the points. I have only one observation which I want to share it with you. That is, your title is Study on Impact of Facebook as Social Networking Site, right? So impact means you have to do both on the positive and the negative thing. But the literature review that you have done, I have seen that most of your literature reviews are already on negative sides only of Facebook, like excessive use of Facebook, like you have all done on the mental health, how it is being affected. So already you have assumed that there should be negative effect of Facebook.
No, ma'am.
right?
I have also reviewed some positive reviews also. Like in
Okay.
2 or 3 of the studies, I have found that that Facebook can be used for developing communication skills and to learn English language and to communicate in daily lives. It can be helpful.
Okay, okay. So when you will do it now, so just give the positive points first, because this question on affecting mental health or that comes in your survey questionnaire number 7, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you just put it in that order, it would be okay. So it's a good paper.
Okay,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you so
So
much. I will follow whatever
Thank you
you
so
are.
much, ma'am. So thank you to the first set of paper presenters. Now we move on to the next paper, that is by Kuldeep Singh. The paper is on videos on penny stocks, a trap or guide to investors. A study of custom thumbnails as a tool of clickbait on YouTube. So please start your presentation. Please share the screen. Yeah, you can see your screen. Please start. Mr. Singh, please unmute yourself. You are on mute.
Extremely sorry. Extremely sorry. Now I'm audible? Hello? I'm audible?
You're audible.
Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon, ma'am, and good afternoon to all the participants of the session. My topic is videos on the penny stocks, a trap or a guide to investors, a study of custom thumbnails as a tool of clickbait on YouTube. In my introduction, sir, I have started from the lockdown and how the things flared after the lockdown and how people diverted towards stock exchanges. So during COVID, I think over 108 million people turned towards to this side, and before COVID, it was only 40.9 million people. And so what happened during COVID? See the Nifty, I'm taking this in index only, Nifty 50. And I think similar thing had happened with Bombay Stock Exchange also. Nifty 50 was at around 12,216.90. But when lockdown happens or the things of lockdown started cropping up, it fell to 7,500, 7,511.10 points. Okay, so it was a drastic fall in the stock exchange. But as the relaxations were coming to the lockdown, it started its upward journey. Okay, and in October 19, 2020, it touched all-time high of 18,604.47. It was a gain of 11,093 points. And when it fell during lockdown, it was just 4,000 points, approximately 4,000 points. Okay, so what happened during this time? A lot of new YouTube channels surfaced, and they started talking about the investment tips and different types of advances, different types of what you call it, tips and alerts to the investors. Okay, and here the things become murkier also. A lot of investors got trapped also, as a lot of channels, they started making videos regarding penny stocks. Penny stocks means they are very less in price. One, they are very less in price, and second, their market capitalization is very small. There's a contradiction also here. There are few companies whose market caps are very good. You can say that their market cap is over 2,000 crore also, but their stock price is below 10 rupees. One example I am citing, that is of Trident. It is a company related to textile. And second, you can take the example of Vodafone also. Okay, so this was the main reason that why I choose this topic, that how the thumbnails are working and how they are making the videos particularly focusing on penny stocks because their prices are very less, and so people got attracted towards them, and they fell into the trap of it. Okay, so in review of literature, I don't find any study, I don't find any specific study which are talking about penny stocks and their influence on the stockholders, particularly related to thumbnails. Okay, it was the main reason that I took this topic. And how I framed the research questions. My research questions were like this. Target price mentioned on the thumbnails achieved. Okay, here is the main trap. How they are weaving the trap. Okay, they are mentioning the prices on the thumbnails in a form of very exorbitant manner. Okay, that can't be happen. Okay, so information mentioned in the video was correct. Does relationship between the share price volatility and video uploaded? Okay, so in this manner, I formed these research questions. In need of a study, investors in the stock market are always valued by high profit. Yes, it is the biggest trap. Okay, so here you will find, beside this, doing investment based on the tips and social media influences are equally fatal. Okay, a lot of people started following these social media channels. Okay, and definitely, these are the simple trap. I will try to explain in my later part of the study. Okay. In methodology, the whole research work is to some extent narrative, and to a greater extent it is analytical. For this study, sample videos related to penny stocks were taken from the YouTube. Study is focusing on the videos uploaded during the first 3 quarters of this financial year. Videos having over 1 million views were taken as a part of the sample. Voiceover in the videos was in Hindi to examine the pattern of the search engine optimization, the usage of the hashtags and title keywords are taken into consideration. A detailed analysis of fundamental analysis, which include checking the balance sheets as per the generally accepted accounting principles, and technical analysis of the stocks in the videos was done by candlestick pattern. For fundamental analysis, data was scanned from the websites related to the companies and the data submitted to Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange, as per the guidelines of the Securities and Exchange Board of India. For the present study is trying to decipher whether the fact claims of multi-level returns on the custom thumbnails are supported by the fundamental of the company, and the content mentioned in the video in fact is factually correct. Okay, limitation of the study. Sir, due to the nature of the study, this is a subject to certain limitations. The time duration can be increased to 5 years. 5 years, and large cap and small cap stocks can also be included in the ambit of an investigation. Videos made in English and other regional languages can also be included. So I'm finding this big gap here. And so I do have a paucity on my part also. Otherwise, I could have covered all these things. So analysis of my data. I took the first video, and so this is from the channel for advisor Amit. It has a subscriber over 90,000. And so what the thumbnail says, पूरे स्टॉक मार्केट में सबसे ज्यादा रिटर्न ये शेयर दे रहा है, अभी खरीद लो. Next portion of the thumbnail says price 31, 3-month target 80, 1-year target 600. The thumbnail was very alluring. I have not posted the pics here. Sorry for that. And so what is the analysis of the video? Okay, as on 10th March 2023, stock of, so it was related to the new industries, was trading at 14.39. Its stock price loaded over 50% now and was trading on rupees 31.85 when this video was uploaded. The video has claimed that it can show the target of rupees 600 in a year. That's how it was a false claim. The researcher investigated about the order. So yes, interestingly, in the voiceover, it said that this company backed the order of rupees 2200 crore from some French company. And so when I investigated the matter, it was founded a false claim. And so they give the clarification to Bombay Stock Exchange regarding this information. They mean so the company, not the person who uploaded the video. Okay.
Mr. Presenter, the 8 minutes, as we have mentioned, is already over.
Okay.
So please wrap up your presentation.
Right. So, in maximum of these videos, the trend is similar. And so, when we're talking about the accounting principles, so they're not paying any heed towards that. They are taking the help of the standard data published on different business news websites, and just they are explaining all those data. By doing that, they're adding all these misinformation in that voiceover in those videos. And beside that, so now I'm coming to the conclusion part of it. The study found a lot of facts and figures were compromised in these videos, and they are filled with misinformation. Only one video is trading. So here I want to make a correction. Only one stock is trading above the price mentioned at the time of uploading of the video. Rest of all the stocks which they have mentioned, they have eroded the capital of investors if someone had invested in these stocks by over 80 to 90% also. Only the selected information was given in the videos so that these companies seems to be uniform. While discussing the price movement, these channels had not shown the price chart and just they talked about target only. Misinformation regarding signing of the agreements and increase in the order books were given to allure the investors. False informations like the penny stocks were owned by big groups were added to woo the investors. So in one of the stock, so the video said that Tata's have some.
Thank you for the presentation. As you can see, we are running short of time. So our second chair and fourth session chair has some questions for you or some observations. So I would request sir to share his observation forward file.
Thank you, Dr. Singh. Thank you, Dr. Singh, for such a beautifully orated paper. But somewhere I got some ambiguities in between. First one is, I have some basic observations from your PPT. When we are preparing a PPT, it should look like a PPT. PPT, the font size, you should focus on the font size. Somewhere it was legible, somewhere it is not legible.
Yes.
Two things. Second, number three, you should not, your PPT should not appear as if it is a literature, textual literature.
Yes, sir.
Third thing is, when you are saying, because it is a paper targeting the masses, mass readers of the mass audience. When we are using language, when we are using vocabulary that to engulf with jargons, somehow it sounds like bit technical to the mass audience. So we should be very careful while writing a journalistic piece of creative simplest work. Fourth one is, my observation is on your methodology.
Yes,
when we are saying that some price which is trending above the bar, what salient factors that is responsible for the determination of stock prices in a stock market?
Well, sir. So when we are in the stock market, Okay,
That's
sir.
what I wanted to know. It's not a question
Yeah.
whether it is my query.
Yeah.
You got my question?
Yes, sir, I got the
Please, please.
question. And sir, I will try to give the answer also. So in stock market, if the company is giving a good returns, okay, good returns means if the company is giving a profit, okay, so that used to ascertain the price of the stock. Okay, so then one point is more there. There is one term called price earning ratio, right, sir? What happens in the price earning ratio? Price earning ratio means it's a ratio of the stock price. What is the present stock price of the company? That will be divided by earning per share. Okay, sir. That will be divided by earning per share. If this earning per share is around 40, right? Then sir, it is supposed to be.
Okay, I got the point. Dr. Singh, I got the point. Last question. How would you contextualize? How would you contextualize your topic to the students of mass communication?
Oh, well, sir. So it is, sir, it can be. So
Please be precise of your thought. Huh?
Yes,
Please be precise.
yes, I'm trying, sir, I'm trying. So I think, so it has two dimensions, right? For the students of mass communication, one, so they can pursue their career in the field of business journalism also. And second, so if they can develop the understanding of the market, so they can make it as a part of their second earning also. Okay, and so in research also, so there's an ample scope. So lot of things are going in the stock market. Lot of what you call that anomalies are there. Pumping and dumping of the stocks are also there, and so we can do a research on that portion also. Right, sir. So in this panel, I think
All right.
I am actually agreeing with Sir. Number one point that Sir has mentioned about the PPT, I am also agreeing with that because in a particular screen there is so much of writing that we are confused what to read and what not to. It should be in a bulleted point only, the points.
Yes.
I am just curious to know about the future direction of this research. As Sir told, how are you contextualizing it with the mass comm students, and the mainly the topic here, the theme is social media and activism, right? So how are you relating it to this particular area, this topic, and what is your future direction? Please enlighten us.
Stephen, let's suppose if I will take one word from the topic, activism. I think it is the part of activism also, because a lot of misinformation is there. And a lot of people are watching these videos, particularly those who are in the stock market. And when they are watching all these videos and they're taking the wrong decisions and they're doing investment in all these stocks, their life is their life is spoiled, their money is spoiled. And so I think yes, on this field also there's a scope of spreading the literacy among the people who are in the field of business, who are in the field of stock market. And one more man. Yes, but there is a scope for research also. I have pointed out also in my research gap also that I have took that small portion of penny stocks in it. A lot of things are there. Large cap stocks are there, small cap stocks are there, mid caps are there, mutual funds are there, exchange traded funds are there. Okay, commodity market is there. Lot of areas is there where we can proceed in this front also. And yes, it is a part of our media industry also. Right, but yes, business journalism. I think we are also giving very less emphasis here in my institute, and it is not given that boost. I think around the country also there is no specific courses.
Thank you so much, Dr. Singh, for explaining your concept. Now we would move on to the next presentation. For the next presentation, do we have Kumar Mausam and Shivani Patel? The topic is psychological impact of web series related meme. Do we have the presenters here? Please respond.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Please start the presentation.
Ma'am, screen.
Would request the previous presenter to kindly stop the screen sharing so that the present person can share. So Dr. Singh, please stop the screen sharing so that we can allow Dr. Patel to share the screen. Thank you. Dear presenter, please unmute yourself. You are on mute. We can't.
Good afternoon, everyone. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Good afternoon. Please start the presentation. You have 8 minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Shivani Singh. I think echo कर रहा है sound. Ma'am, am I audible?
Let me see if someone else has put their microphone on unmute or no. No, maybe there is a technological glitch. You please carry on, ma'am. We can hear you properly. Ma'am, 1 minute is gone. Can you please unmute yourself and start the presentation? I would request the presenter to kindly unmute and start the presentation.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry. अभी आवाज clear है?
बिल्कुल clear. आप please शुरू कीजिए.
Okay. So, I am Shivani Singh, a scholar of Makhanlal University, Bhopal. So, I am the topic with psychological impact of web series related memes. And inform करना चाहती हूँ कि the second author is कुमार मौसम. वो किसी टेक्निकल इशू की वजह से प्रेजेंट नहीं कर पाएंगे. सो इसको मैं प्रोसीड करूंगी. नेक्स्ट बात करते हैं इंट्रोडक्शन की. सबसे पहले मीम और वेब सीरीज टर्म से हम इंट्रोड्यूस होना चाहते हैं कि क्या होता है मीम और वेब सीरीज. देन मीम के फादर कहे जाने वाले रिचर्ड डॉकिंस कहते हैं कि मीम जो है, मीम के पास नकल करने की एक अच्छी एबिलिटी है जो बहुत ही कम शब्द में एक सिचुएशन को, एक हमारी सेंटेंस को बहुत ही कम बातों में कहता है. मीम बेसिकली एक इमेज या वीडियो का एक फॉर्म होता है जिसके थ्रू वो कम्युनिकेट करता है हमसे बहुत ही छोटे सेंटेंस के साथ या बहुत ही छोटे सीन्स या सेगमेंट्स के साथ. एंड इसी के साथ वेब सीरीज क्या होता है. वेब सीरीज बेसिकली एक नॉन स्क्रिप्टेड और स्क्रिप्टेड एक सीरीज होती है जिसको हम इंटरनेट के माध्यम से देखते हैं. लाइक नेटफ्लिक्स और अमेजन प्राइम हॉटस्टार जो काफी पॉपुलर प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं वेब सीरीज देखने की. दरअसल जब से ये इंटरनेट एरा में हम लोग जी रहे हैं, हमारे मनोरंजन के जो साधन है वो आज के टाइम पे ऐसा देखा जा रहा है कि मीम्स और वेब सीरीज काफी पॉपुलर है। सो हमारे रिसर्च करने का एक उद्देश्य ये भी था कि ये सारी चीजें काफी पॉपुलर है यूथ के बीच में। नेक्स्ट हम बात करते हैं वेब सीरीज रिलेटेड मीम्स को, क्योंकि हमारा जो टॉपिक है वो पूरी तरह से फोकस्ड है वेब सीरीज रिलेटेड मीम्स के साइकोलॉजिकल इम्पैक्ट को लेकर के। तो हम ये समझेंगे कि वेब सीरीज रिलेटेड मीम्स होते क्या हैं। वो मीम्स जो वेब सीरीज के कंटेंट को के थ्रू बात करते हैं, वो मीम्स जो वेब सीरीज के सीन्स या उनके कैरेक्टर्स के थ्रू कम्युनिकेट करते हैं। जैसे कि पहला यहाँ पे ये फिगर है, इसमें सिचुएशनल मीम है। ये मिर्जापुर वेब सीरीज के 2 फेमस कैरेक्टर हैं जिनके डायलॉग्स के माध्यम से ये एक सिचुएशन को क्रिएट कर रहे हैं अपने एक छोटे से सेंटेंस के साथ। एंड द सेकेंड वन इज प्रमोशनल मीम। दिस इज द पार्ट ऑफ प्रमोशन, जिसमें कि इन्होंने सेक्रेट गेम्स का एक नवाजुद्दीन सिद्दीकी का काफी फेमस डायलॉग है, कभी कभी लगता है कि अपुनी भगवान है। इस सेंटेंस को मोल्ड करके इन्होंने अपने इसको एक प्रमोशनली इसको कन्वे किया है लोगों के बीच में, जो एक स्पेसिफिक ब्रांड को प्रमोट कर रहा है। सो ये तो सिर्फ 2 एग्जाम्पल्स हैं, इसके अलावा भी ऐसे कई सारे एग्जाम्पल्स हैं वेब सीरीज रिलेटेड मीम्स को लेकर के, जिसपे हम आगे बात करने वाले हैं। सो आफ्टर लिटरेचर रिव्यू हमारे पास 3 मेजर रिसर्च गैप हमें मिली है, जिसके तहत हमने अपने रिसर्च के ऑब्जेक्ट्स बनाए हैं, अपने रिसर्च का टॉपिक फाइनल किया है। द फर्स्ट वन इज देयर आर नो रिसर्चेज ऑन वेब सीरीज रिलेटेड मीम्स एंड वेरी फ्यू रिसर्चेज ऑन साइकोलॉजिकल इम्पैक्ट ऑफ memes, and we need to more study on web series promotion through meme marketing. रिसर्च गैप इन्हीं सारी बातों के इर्द गिर्द है कि सबसे पहली बात की वेब सीरीज से रिलेटेड मीम्स को लेकर कोई रिसर्चेज नहीं है, और इंडियन कंटेक्स्ट में ऐसे बहुत कम रिसर्चेज हुई हैं जो मीम के साइकोलॉजिकल इम्पैक्ट पे बात कर रहा है। आगे हम बात करते हैं अपने रिसर्च ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को लेकर। इन रिसर्च गैप को आधार मानकर हमने 2 ऑब्जेक्टिव्स फॉर्मुलेट किए हैं। पहला यह है कि टू स्टडी द साइकोलॉजिकल इम्पैक्ट ऑफ वेब सीरीज रिलेटेड मीम्स एंड टू डिटरमाइन द परसेप्शन ऑफ यूथ फॉर वेब सीरीज रिलेटेड मीम। सबसे पहला यह है कि हम देखना चाहते हैं कि मीम्स किस तरह से लोगों को साइकोलॉजिकली उन पे प्रभाव डालता है, और दूसरा यह है कि लोगों के बीच में इस टाइप के मीम्स को लेकर के क्या धारणाएं हैं, वो क्या सोचते हैं, उनके क्या परसेप्शन है। आगे मेथोडोलॉजी पे बात करते हैं हम। डिस्क्रिप्टिव स्टडी है जिसमें क्वांटिटेटिव डेटा पे काम किया गया है, जिसमें हमने पर्पसिव सैंपलिंग के थ्रू क्वांटम यूनिवर्सिटी रुड़की के 70 स्टूडेंट्स को लिया है, जिसमें 18 से 25 साल के बच्चे हैं जो वेरी एक्टिव इंटरनेट यूजर्स हैं, जो मीम से अवेयर हैं, जो वेब सीरीज से अवेयर हैं, जो वेब सीरीज रिलेटेड मीम्स के बारे में भी जानते हैं, यूज करते हैं या उसको देखते हैं। हमने डेटा के एनालिसिस SPSS और MS एक्सेल के थ्रू किया है, और अपने पेपर में डेटा को प्रेजेंट MS एक्सेल और कैनवा के थ्रू किया है। और क्वांटिटेटिव डेटा को हमने क्वेश्चनर के थ्रू गैदर किया है। आगे हम बात करते हैं एनालिसिस पे। इस स्लाइड में मेजरली हमने 2 ही ग्राफ्स को लिए हैं, क्योंकि पहला वाला जो ग्राफ है वो हमें ये बताता है इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट न्यू वेब सीरीज थ्रू मीम। कहीं ना कहीं ये एक प्रमोशन का पार्ट है। हम लोगों से ये पूछना चाहते थे कि क्या उन्हें मीम्स के थ्रू किसी नई वेब सीरीज के बारे में पता चला है, या मीम्स को देख करके वो मतलब मीम्स उन्हें प्रेरित करता है कि जाओ जाके ये नई वेब सीरीज है ये देखो। इस टाइप की कुछ क्वेश्चंस हमारे क्वेश्चनर में थे, जिसका एक डेटा है जिसमें 60% लोग ये मानते हैं कि हाँ कभी कभी वो मीम्स के थ्रू नई वेब सीरीज के बारे में जानते हैं। इनडायरेक्टली ये नई वेब सीरीज के बारे में लोगों को अवेयर कर रहा है वेब सीरीज रिलेटेड मीम्स। एंड द सेकेंड वन इज वेब सीरीज कैरेक्टर एंड डायलॉग्स आर रिमेम्बर्ड थ्रू मीम्स। जब लोगों से ये पूछा गया ना कि क्या वेब सीरीज से रिलेटेड मीम्स जो वो देखते हैं तो उसके डायलॉग्स उनको याद रहते हैं, या फिर मीम्स के, या मतलब ऐसे मीम्स जो वेब सीरीज के कुछ अनफेमस डायलॉग्स को प्रमोट करता है या उन्हें प्रोपोगेट करता है। कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि हम मीम्स देख रहे होते हैं लेकिन हम ये आइडेंटिफाई नहीं कर पाते हैं कि ये इस मीम में जो डायलॉग्स यूज हुए हैं, जो कैरेक्टर्स यूज हुए हैं, जो सीन यूज हुए हैं, वो दरअसल किस वेब सीरीज के हैं। तो इसके लिए हम सर्च करते हैं, देन जाकर हमें पता चलता है कि ये नई वेब सीरीज के बारे में बात कर रहा है। इस एनालिसिस के थ्रू हमने कुछ मेजर फाइंडिंग्स यहाँ पे मेंशन की हैं।
शिवानी जी, आपका 8 minutes ओवर हो गया है, सो प्लीज ट्राई टू रैप अप इन 1 minute. It was a nice presentation, but please try to wrap up in 1 minute.
ओके मैम। सो ये हमारा लास्ट स्लाइड है जिसमें हम फाइंडिंग्स पे बात कर रहे हैं। सबसे बड़ी फाइंडिंग्स हमारे पास जो हमारे ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को वो करती है, जिसमें ये है कि वेब सीरीज रिलेटेड मीम्स कल्टिवेट्स द कंटेंट इन ह्यूमन माइंड। दैट्स व्हाई पीपल यूज डायलॉग्स ऑफ वेब सीरीज इन देयर कन्वर्सेशन एंड वांट टू से इट मीम आल्सो। एंड द सेकेंड वन इज इंस्टाग्राम इज द मोस्ट पॉपुलर प्लेटफॉर्म। लोगों का ये कहना था कि वो इंस्टाग्राम को ज्यादा यूज करते हैं मीम्स को देखने के लिए। एंड लोगों ने ये भी कहा है कि यस, मीम्स इज द पार्ट ऑफ वेब सीरीज प्रमोशन। उन्हें नई वेब सीरीज के बारे में मीम्स से पता चलता है और वो ये मानते हैं कि कभी कभी मीम्स वेब सीरीज के कैरेक्टर्स को भी प्रमोट करता है।
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for your timely presentation. Now we move on to the question answer part. So I would request our session chair, sir, to kindly ask you question followed by a co-session chair, madam.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
It's indeed a nice presentation. It's a flawless presentation with meticulous care. But there are some critical observations from the presentation that I earmarked in between. One is, when you are in process of studying the impact of psychology, have you done any perceptual mapping? If yes, what research tool that you have adopted in mapping the perceptual perception of the audience in order to, while delving into the psyche of the audience? This is my first question. Second one is, what is your universe of study? Your universe of study and a unit of study. Please. Am I audible, Dr. Shivani?
Shivani ji, can you
सॉरी सर, प्लीज रिपीट योर क्वेश्चन, मैं क्लियरली सुन नहीं पाई।
हाँ, मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि आपका बहुत अच्छा प्रेजेंटेशन था है, लेकिन आप जब किसी जो यूथ का जब परसेप्शन को स्टडी करते हैं, उसका साइक को स्टडी करते हैं
जी,
उस समय हैव यू डन एनी परसेप्चुअल मैपिंग? हैव यू हर्ड द कॉन्सेप्ट परसेप्चुअल मैपिंग?
यस सर।
सुने हैं? तो परसेप्चुअल मैपिंग का कुछ टूल्स अप्लाई किए थे?
नो सर।
Because you are delving into the psyche of the audience. Analyzing the psyche is indeed very critical element that needs to be explored. So unless you have perceptual mapping, have you heard black box model?
यस सर।
हाँ, तो इसको यूज करते तो बहुत अच्छा होता, और थोड़ा अच्छा होता। अदरवाइज ये बहुत पेपर बहुत ही analytical with a research bent of mind.
ओके सर।
Devasuri madam, please ask the question.
Shivani, it is a nice presentation with a beautiful PPT that you have done. Just a question, Shivani, have you gone through, as you are doing the psychological impact, have you gone through any theoretical framework?
यस मैम, थ्योरेटिकल फ्रेमवर्क में कल्टीवेशन थ्योरी का यूज किया गया है, जो हमने पीपीटी में मेंशन नहीं किया है।
Acha, I think that is in your full paper.
Sorry, ma'am.
That is in your full paper, I think.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
Yes, can you please explain like how you have applied it in this particular topic?
कल्टीवेशन थ्योरी को हमने कैसे इस पेपर में लिया है, आप ये कहना चाहते हो शायद, क्योंकि आवाज इको कर रही है।
Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
यस, तो कल्टीवेशन थ्योरी का जो बात थी कि वो ह्यूमन माइंड में चीजों को कल्टीवेट करता है। लाइक जब हम मीडिया की बात करते हैं, जब हम मास कम्युनिकेशन में मीडिया के थ्रू लोगों से बात करते हैं, वो भी बेसिकली यही बात कहते हैं कि हम लोगों को जो दिखाते हैं लोग भी वही उन्हीं बातों के आगे आगे बढ़ते हैं। तो हमने जो सर्वे किया है लोगों से, हमने मीम्स से रिलेटेड कुछ बिलीव्स, लाइक 8 बिलीव्स हमारे पास हैं, हमारे क्वेश्चनर में पुट हैं। इन बिलीव्स पे हमने लोगों की राय ली है, उनसे पूछा है, इसको हमने उस कल्टीवेशन थ्योरी में से उसको रिलेट किया है।
Okay. In the methodology, can you please come to your methodology slide?
Sure.
Number 6, I think. Yes. So your sample size is 70, right? So
Yes,
how you have chose your sample? Like, is there any criteria?
Yes, ma'am. ये purposive sampling के through
Purposive sampling.
yes,
Okay.
mentioned. This is mentioned, purposive sampling.
Okay. ठीक है, thank you, Shivani.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shivani, for your nice presentation. Now we move on to the next presentation by Pranay S. and Dr. D. Vijay Kumar. The presentation is going to be on advocating national farming for sustainability through Tamil YouTube, a case study of Navina Uzhavan. So, do I have the presenters with us here? Can you please affirm anyone from the authors? Are you here? So we can't hear from the presenters. So should we move to the next presentation?
Yes.
So we are moving to the next presentation, that is by Ms. Doel Datta. The presentation is on male body shaming on social media, a study of Facebook memes. So Ms. Doel Datta, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible. Please start with your presentation.
Sure, ma'am. Just 1 minute.
So as we had already discussed, you will get 8 minutes to present your paper, followed by the question answer, which is going to be asked by the session chair, co-session chair. Yes, we can see you. Can you please kindly share your screen? And your voice is not audible. Please unmute yourself and please share the screen and start the presentation.
Is it audible now, ma'am?
Yes, it is audible. Can you please share the screen so that we can see the PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
So my topic is male body shaming on social media, a study of Facebook memes. I am a PhD scholar of Adamas University. As we know, body shaming is increasing on social media day by day, and we do have seen that it has a negative impact on the users and results in some crucial problems like mental health issues, and sometimes it may even go up to the level of psychosomatic diseases. And we have a belief that it is only about women. That is a prejudice which we carry. But contrary to that, there are body shaming memes which are circulated, which are actually about men. Men are the victims, not women. And male body shaming is a hardly talked about area and not enough work has been carried in that. So here are some selected literature reviews. Only 4 I have given here. So first one is from 2021, and it actually tried to find out a suitable definition for body shaming and came up with a conclusion that BS is a social aggression, that affects individual negatively. The second paper was by E. Mathur, S. Jain, and S. Saxena. That was also in 2021, and that found a significant correlation between body image and emotional expressivity. And it found that people who have positive body image in their mind, it's a psychological concept, who believe that they have a very positive body shape, they express themselves very clearly and more often compared to the people who are actually having some kind of complex about their body type. The next is a survey that is among the female high school students carried out in 2022. And it says that BS causes self-harm, eating disorder, and anxiety among young girls. The next paper came up with a conclusion. It was in Malaysia, that too in 2022. It was whether people know about the impact of BS, and result was positive that yes, youths of that country know very much about the impact of BS. A research gap, some works have been carried by some scholars on the topic of body shaming, but male body shaming is actually a rarely discussed topic, and no specific work has been done on the area of male body shaming. Objective was to know about the popularity of male body shaming memes on Facebook, to examine the contents of such memes, and to understand the reactions from men towards those memes. And methodology was a review. It was purely content analysis. I actually collected 50 memes. I searched Facebooks, and I considered the memes that were circulated since 2020 till now, 2023 March. And I focused on 50 memes, and then I analyzed the contents and the reactions. And the major categories that I found was fat shaming, that is the most popular one and the most vulgar one. Height shaming is the next category. That is also very widely circulated, but not slangs are used much. Shaming for hairlessness is quite less popular, though it is there, but it did not cross the limit of obscenity. And skin tone shaming is also there, but that in some cases became racial also. Here are some observations. Out of all the followers, only around 40% people are responding or reacting actively to such memes. More than 75% reactions came from the men. Around 15% gets shared on social platforms by individual users with the intention of creating humors or humorous contents. Nearly 30% comment on such posts. 30% of the respondents, the followers of those pages, they do comment on such posts. And more than 80% of such comments are from men. Negative comments are more in numbers. Reactions. Haha is the most commonly used reaction. Like is next highest in number. Anger is widely used. Sad is rarely used. Love seldom used. Care and wow not found at all. Comments, mostly humor or provocative. Some aggressive counter reactions are also there, which are actually full of anger, and sometimes people are bursting, throwing their emotions, totally outburst of emotions, that this kind of thing should not happen, kind of aggressive activation type of thing. And a few motivational counter reactions are also there, like, okay, fine, your body shape is not proper, or what people think is proper or whatever it is perfect. So it is their thinking simply, whatever you are okay. This kind of motivational counter reactions are also there. And here is the analysis part. That is, male body shaming memes are consumed by men and women both, but men seem to be more reactive. One of the reasons can be the pages which I focused on were more popular among men, towards men. And a study of reactions from men suggests that they create strong emotional appeal, though mainly fun appeal is created, but in some cases it provokes anger and disappointment. Analysis of the comments reveal that this means reimpose existing stereotypes about ideal body structure and look of men to a great extent. Counter views are there, but are comparatively less in numbers. Reactions to such comments and replies suggest mindset of the people are changing in a very slow pace. And our conclusion is male body shaming memes are impactful and appealing. They affect the emotions of men, but not very strongly. Because we have seen only around 40% people are reactive. And prejudices and stereotypes regarding ideal look of a man and macho image gets reinforced by circulation of body shaming memes. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Thakkar, for your timely presentation, which you have completed within 7 minutes. Now we would like to ask our session chair and our co-session chair to kindly ask you questions regarding your research. Over to you, sir.
You have used content analysis in research approach, isn't it?
Yes, I focused on content analysis. I use content analysis, totally review.
Any specific thinking, research thinking behind using content analysis for this research work?
Sorry, sir, I did not get. Can you kindly repeat?
Why have you used content analysis only for this work?
I felt I simply was trying to understand the reactions that people put on social media. In fact, I do have a plan of going for an empirical study in future, but at present, primarily I focus mainly on the reactions of social media and the messages or contents that are generated on social media through memes.
Can you please specify the design of your content analysis during this study? How have you designed the content analysis?
I focused on the messages that the memes actually produced or delivered, and the reaction of the people, and I concentrated on comments also, and the reactions and replies to those comments also.
How have you selected the messages?
Messages? I just focused on some popular Facebook pages, and then 3 years, 2020, 2021, 2022, I have collected memes only for the only that were circulated in these 3 years, and then I collected 50 memes because these memes are not very, what should I say, not very popular, quite less in numbers, because these pages have many types of memes.
Is it a part of your research work?
No,
it's not a part of research.
Not very directly connected.
Suppose you'll be asked to refine the research. What suggestions you want to make for further refinement of this research work?
This research topic. I would think I should go for an empirical study, and I should directly collect in person the reactions of people of various age groups, like how this kind of memes are impacting of various age groups, men of various age groups, to find out very, what should I say, conclusion, or to generate an idea.
Do you have a knack on using semiotic analysis?
Yes.
Semiotic study? Do you have any knack? Yes. I think using semiotic analysis is a good option of this kind of research.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful paper.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your insights. I would request Debusruti ma'am to kindly share her.
Well, ma'am, it's a very nice presentation, and the
Thank
main
you,
thing
ma'am.
that you have pointed out is male body shaming is the less talked about area. We generally, when we talk about body shaming, we are thinking that it is mainly on women, but you have done it very nicely. So in
Thank
the
you.
content analysis, that part I have missed. I cannot hear. Just can you please tell me like which years you have taken, and you have done it on
Yeah.
Facebook pages, right?
Yeah, only Facebook pages. And 2020, 2021,
How many
2022.
pages? 3 years, right? So
Yeah,
how
yeah,
many
3 years.
pages you have taken?
12, ma'am.
12 pages you have taken.
Yes, yes. Pages which are popular among men, humorous pages.
Humorous pages. Okay. And like when you have gone, like how you have done it? Like my question is, suppose the 2020, 2022 is easy to access. Like how have you accessed 2021? Because
I
it is
just,
very difficult to get from the timeline.
yeah, actually, I spent some time, I scrolled down their post and I actually collected the images and I
All the
scrolled down
12 pages.
Yeah, I did, ma'am. I basically focused on the image section, photo section. And from if I could find something there, then I scroll down and I focus in that image. And once you are landing in
So you have
2020,
done it.
ma'am,
Yes,
once you
yes,
land in
please.
2020, then it's quite easier to get 2020 post.
Okay, so you have first searched it through images and then you have gone to
Yes,
the
yes, yes.
post if it is interesting, because the comments that you have given like haha and all these wow and care, so these are generally pertaining to the images, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I think that should be mentioned in the paper, because I was thinking, because Facebook generally the normal softwares that Facebook gives about the data, that is only for 2 weeks, last 2 weeks. Generally, it does not give up so much of time. So I was just curious. Anyway, I'm looking forward to read your full paper. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your kind guidance.
Thank you so much, Doel ma'am. Now we move on to our next presentation. It is on documentary activism in the new media scape, social media as an emerging platform for activism by Pushpalata and Dr. Jay Kishore Goswami. So, do we have the presenters here? I would request the presenters to kindly unmute and confirm if you are here. Perhaps they are not there. So, ma'am and sir, should we move on to the next presentation? Okay, so we will move on to the next presentation. The next presentation is on digital public sphere, an analytical study on social media as an active social public sphere in India by Dr. Sana Apsar. So, Dr. Sana, are you here? I can see you. So, please unmute.
Yes, I'm here.
So, please start your presentation. All the best.
Okay. Let me share this thing, right?
Yes, we can see your screen. So please start your presentation. You will get 8 minutes in total to present.
Okay, I'm doing that. Okay. So, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. I am Dr. Sana Apsar, and today the topic on which I am presenting my research, it is about digital public sphere and the study of the social media as an active social public space in India. And if we go through the introduction, then I have started the introduction with the quotation by Sir Jürgen Habermas that by public sphere we mean that first of all a domain of our social life in which such a thing as public opinion is formed. Access to public sphere is open in principle to all the citizen. A portion of public sphere is constituted in every conversation in which private person, right? So basically, when we are discussing about the public sphere, we are keeping in mind a place where the people are given access to form the public opinion. Because if a person form their own opinion, that is called private opinion. But when people come together on a platform and they try to form an opinion on the topic of general concern, then it is called public opinion. So basically, this public sphere is related to public opinion, and it is a province serving the significant aspect of community life. So whenever we are living in a community life and we are having access to any of the platform that is related to our community life, we are in a sense having that public sphere among us. Then it mainly concerned with the public opinion also, and the term public opinion refers to the functions of the criticism and control of organized state authority. So we have to keep in mind that when Jagan Habermas discussed about the public opinion, he clearly stated that it is mostly at the time of periodic election. When there is a time of election and people exercise their right to have public opinion in a sphere, then that particular space is called public opinion. So we have to keep in mind the periodic election period and the political thought when we are discussing public opinion. So keeping in that particular introduction, the particular objective of my study is, that is exclusively just one objective, to study and analyze the social media as an alternative digital public sphere based upon the concept of public sphere given by Sir Jagan Habermas. So basically, I'm just trying to trace that after 1929, when he has given the concept of public sphere, and now when we are having access to social media, can we treat it as another public sphere or a social public space that has been given to people to discuss the information, right? Now, when we see through the review of literature, right? So we see that in 2014, there was a research by Simon et al., and he has found that most people use social media for information seeking purpose. So we found that information seeking is one of the reason for which people use social media. Then they also want to have some diverse kind of information. Another research was done on that, and it stated that most interaction online are non-political or oriented toward entertainment. So we found here that the interaction which are there on social media, these are non-political. So there is a kind of diversion from the concept that has been given by Jagan Habermas. And then another research that was conducted in 2013 that stated that to discuss and engage in public affairs, but fall far short of fulfilling the democratic objective. So when it connects with the democratic objective of the people to have public sphere, here we find that it falls short for that, right? It cannot fulfill that particular objective of the people. But despite the potential benefit, there are also questions the researchers are asking, that whether this social media can prove an ideal public sphere or not, right? So based on this review of literature, I found a gap that the studies that I have cited in the research gap that have been conducted in various countries, like on various number of social media users, and for a particular social networking site. Suppose for a Twitter, they have conducted a study. For Facebook, there are many studies that have been conducted. If there are collective studies, but these are somehow related to any specific topic. For some time, it is related to political internet. Sometime it is related to violence against women. Sometime the study discuss about religion or modern thought, right? So the topic has been diverse, but sometime English stand-up comedy and a new public sphere, fake news on social media, reconstruction of Indian public sphere, all these things have been discussed, but we don't have a holistic study that can in general say that whether or not the Indian public sphere is or the social media can be used as an Indian public sphere. So keeping this research gap in mind, I have planned this particular research. I have conducted this particular research with the methodology. And since the study is centered upon the usage of social media, so I have tried to conduct the study in the qualitative manner, but the questionnaire that I have used or the survey that I have conducted, that was designed with the aim of collecting the combination of qualitative as well as quantitative evidences. And in the study, an online survey has been conducted, and that was using structured questionnaire as a tool. And then there was open-ended and close-ended, both kind of question in that. And this questionnaire was sent to the respondent by mail. So it was very clear that all the respondents who were getting the mail, these were social media users, because either they were getting the questionnaire through social media, maybe on Facebook pages, maybe through any WhatsApp, maybe through anything, right? So this particular questionnaire incorporated question not only to measure the usage of social media, but in general, it was also focused to see whether or not people find social media as an alternative public sphere. So now we would move toward the empirical result. That was a kind of result that states social media is a tool of entertainment, information, updates, and can be used to put our opinion in the public domain. So this was collected from the response of the people. And when the question was asked that what do you think of social media, or social media for you is, so they were saying that for us social media is basically a platform for entertainment and sometime for the information updates. Then the issues of general interest, then when the issues of general interest were asked, then the people said that, okay, we are interested in the issues of general interest. But when it was asked that, okay, if you are interested in a specific topic, then how many forums, how many discussion forums, pages, or a specific group or area that you follow on that particular social networking site, they said that around 40% respondents said that they only follow 1 to 2 groups. And we can also see that only 41% of the people said that they follow some pages or some forums or discussion forum on social media platform. So it means we see that less than 50% of the people follow some pages, although they say that we have interest in general area, general thing, political thing and everything, but they do not follow any page. They do not want to get information about it. Then we also saw that 34% respondent only follow 2 to 5 groups, and a very less number of respondents, that is 18%, they followed at least 6 to 10 groups. Now coming to the idea that whether they were passive content generator or active content generator.
Sir, am I audible? Thank you.
Yes.
For your insights. The 8 minutes as we discussed is over. So please try to wrap up your presentation in next 1 minute. Thank you.
Okay. So when it came to the respondent to be passive content generator or active content generator, it was found that people find that there is no conclusion of such kind of discussion or on media platform. Then these discussions do not solve any issue. They find it to be a wastage of time, and they think that it is a kind of virtual discussion and not advantageous at all. And then there are some questions and the answers has been given that why they do not want to have conversation on these media platform, and why they don't want to focus on a particular topic, and how are the things that are turning to be, and what are the things that are resisting them to be very active on social media. And then in the discussion, we found that people encourage discussion on this kind of platform, but they rarely visit the page. They do not participate in the discussion. They just like or share. When they participate submissively, and we can see from the perception of people from the 18-19 question that I asked them, that they found that it is still being used, but not for the formation of public opinion, as it has been stated by earlier people. And then we find that the theory that has been given by Adamas, this social media is not a kind of platform that can be served as a social media, public media sphere, but if we wisely use it, then it can solve the purpose. But still, it cannot replace the normal kind of public sphere that we have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Apsar, for your timely presentation. Now I would request our session chair and co-session chair kindly address you with the questions.
Dr. Sana, congratulations for such a beautiful presentation.
Thank you so much, sir.
I have some observations to make.
Yes, sir.
They are not questions, but intuitive a query from my end.
Okay, sir.
Like first is on, since you have undertaken a online research work,
Yes, sir.
how have you selected your target audience?
Sir, basically, I have selected the people or the participant for for purposive sampling because I just wanted to conduct the research within the given and stipulated time that was there, right? So I prepared the questionnaire. I communicated the questionnaire to all the contacts that I had, and then I directed all other people also to forward the questionnaire. So it was in the various group of the people who use social media. It was on the various group of the people from the teaching fraternity, the student, and all other kind of women, like household women and every kind. So I have tried to make the respondent varied or like from various field, but since it was purposive sampling, so there are certain kind of limitations, I guess.
As you know, purposive sampling, it is not free from biasness. It is not free from biasness.
Yes, sir, I know that.
So a researcher, being a researcher, when you have undertaken purposive sampling,
yes, sir,
there are bound to happen some research error, isn't it? So how have you managed minimizing the research error?
Sir, I guess you are asking that the respondent were from the research area.
No, I wanted to know about when you have conducted purposive sampling, as I told you. It is
yes,
it's not free from biasness, isn't
yes,
it?
sir, yes, sir.
When a research tool that you have applied is not free from biasness,
yes, sir.
How have you managed? How have you managed? If some technique or tool is not free from biasness, there is a chance of research error of nearly 10 to 15%.
Yes, sir.
Plus or minus, isn't it? So
yes,
if
sir.
at all such research error occurs, how have you managed?
Sir, I have not handled those things. I have just, meanwhile, because when I was doing this particular research, I also got some issues. So I was not able to do, basically, I wanted to do it in the manner that particular age group, how do they consider it? Then a particular educational, from a particular educational background, how do they consider it? I wanted to do it a cross-sectional method, but since I was not well and I fall short of time, so I just concluded it in a file of as I found it on the questionnaire. And further, I have this motive in mind that like in upcoming ventures, or I would go ahead with this particular research and I will make it bias-free.
I have no questions in particular, Sana. Thank you and congratulations for such a beautiful presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
So thank you, Dr. Afsar, for your presentation. Thank you. Now I would request the last presenter for today, Mr. Abhirup Sengupta, to present the paper. The paper is on comprehensive analysis of public perception over Indian media's access and reportage of private WhatsApp chat, a case study of recent media coverage of Bollywood incidents by Indian news outlets. So, Mr. Abhirup Sengupta, are you here with us? Mr. Abhirup Sengupta, are you there? Mr. Sengupta, if you are there, then please respond. Other than that, I would, okay, so I'll just call out names of paper presenters who were absent initially. Out of them, there were Kurinayam S. and Dr. V. Vijay Kumar. Their paper was on advocating national funding for sustainability through Tamil YouTube, a case study of Naveen Uzhavan. So are you there? Okay. And the another set of presenters who were initially absent were Pushpalata and Dr. Jayakishan Goswami. Their research paper was on documentary activism in the new media space, social media as an emerging platform for activism. Are you present? Okay. And moving on to the last paper that we were already announcing. So it was by Mr. Abhirup Sengupta, Comprehensive Analysis of Public Perception over Indian Media's Access and Footage of Private WhatsApp Chats, a case study of recent media coverage of Bollywood incidents by Indian news outlets. So, Mr. Sengupta, are you there? If you're not there, then we would move towards the concluding remarks of the session. Okay, so as we can see that out of all the people presenters who were supposed to give presentation today, we had 5 presentations, and it was very well presented, very beautifully done research work with really great research insight, where we could see that the first presentation itself, it talked about the impact of Facebook as a social networking site, followed by the next presenter, the second presenter, who talked about a new perspective, which is the use of YouTube when it comes to finances, when it comes to stock market and investing in domains like bitcoins or any online platform, how YouTube contents are potentially influencing people. The next presentation was really innovative presentation, which was psychological impact of web series related memes. And as the presenter herself has said that there are very few researches being done on web series related memes, because web series are very common when it comes to researchers, but memes on web series are something that we really do not encounter that much in research work. The next presentation was one of the scholars from our university, Ms. Noel Datta. It was on male body shaping. It was again another innovative topic, if we look into the topic especially, because it is, as already our session chair and co-session chair had also said, that when we talk of body shaming, we usually talk of the females especially. But this was about male body shaming and how like male gaze can be there when it comes to even male body shaming, and how male gaze or concepts like this is not just gender specific. It can move to like the other gender as well. And it is like male being body shamed this time. And the last presentation that we had of Dr. Sana Absar, it was also a beautiful presentation on public space. He started with Adamas concept itself, and followed by how she took purpose sampling to find out how social media, like it is a digital public sphere, and how it is having an impact in the society as a whole. So, as a concluding remark, I would request our session chair and co-session chair to say a few words as a mark of conclusion before ending the session.
Thank you, Dr. Banerjee. At the very outset, I must congratulate the organizer of this conference, the convener, Professor Sarmila, the co-conveners, the endearing faculty colleagues, and the university administration in particular, for organizing such a beautiful platform where academicians across the country, they are gathered, present their papers engulfing almost each and every individual aspects of mass media, particularly focusing on digital. So, to wind up, most of the papers that have been presented by the presenters are based on research. It was very methodological. The methodological aspect of papers worth appreciating. Papers. One of the papers which are presented by one of the presenters, and that is like Kuldeep Singh. Particularly, I wanted to focus on Kuldeep Singh ji, Dr. Kuldeep Singh ji. The paper was very good, but was little technical. So when actually already I made the observation, but it is a common perception that you, as a student of communication, I must say, when we prepare some presentation, at least we should not ignore the part of appealing. That's we shouldn't ignore the part of opinions. That's why a journalistic touch is quite essential while designing the framework of a PPT presentation. This is number one. Number two is, since we are all the researchers, we are all boring researchers, one suggestion from my end, that is in the form of when we are presenting a paper, it should not appear as if we are reading the PPT. It should be in a discussional mode. So anyway, the papers which has been presented today, all are research based, are very and are worth appreciating. Thank you very much. Jai.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request Devasute ma'am to kindly address this session.
Thank you so much to the organizing team. The first thing which I like to mention here, that Adamas is very close to my heart. And of course, I have come back to the campus after 3 long years. And it's like a homecoming. And after coming here, the main thing that is in the session chair, the main parts of session chair is that it is a learning session for us. So whatever papers are there, the papers are really, really very good, thorough, and also we also get to know many things, many information, the research, the future directions of research, how the mass comm research is going. So everything we get to know actually. And thank you for that. Thank you for inviting me to each and every member of the organizing committee of the School of Media and Communication. Thank you to my session chair also, sir, for such nice observations after each presentation, which helps me to also coordinate like what I will say in the next. And thank you to the moderator also. Thank you so much.
So with this, we are here about to declare the end of the session. Before this, I need to thank a lot of people without whom this wouldn't have been possible. So starting with our Chief Patron, Professor Dr. Samit Ray, sir, our Chancellor, our Patron, Professor Dr. Naveen Das, sir, our Vice Chancellor, our Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Dipankar Bhattacharya, sir, our Co-Patron, Professor Dr. Sushanta Kumar Mondol, sir, Professor Dr. Momita Mukherjee, Madam, Dean Research and Development, Adamas University, and the three pioneers of the conference without whom this would not have been possible. The convener of the conference, Dr. Sharmila Koyal, who is Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Media Studies, Ms. Novina Chakraborty, who is the co-convener of the conference, School of Media and Communication, and Mr. Shayok Pal, who is the Assistant Professor and of the School of Media and Communication. He is also another co-convener of the session. Along with this, I would also like to thank all my faculty members, including Ms. Swati Agarwal and Momita Dedas, Madam, with Arno Basu sir and Kinkini Dev madam, and all other faculty members, including the faculty members who are there behind the technical team, Kunal sir, Indrodit sir, we have Biman sir, we have Shamzar sir, we have Shujoy sir, Pradeep sir, and everyone. If I have missed anyone's name, I beg your pardon for that, but all the members from the School of Media and Communication and Adamas University for their eternal support and for being there with us. Special thanks to all the paper presenters for your active participation and for giving us such wonderful research works. Thank you to the session chair and the co-session chairs, without whom this would have been impossible, for their insights on research and the way they have guided you. I'm quite sure that you have got to learn a lot from this. Thanks to everyone. So with this, we declare this session to be closed, and we hope to see you during the plenary session again. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.